I recommend that all of those of us that want to see this 19,000 seat auditorium barely filled or completely empty, go reserve tickets now and leave him standing there alone on the stage.
And Mary Jo Lao actually joins me now live to talk about her surprise rise to social media fame as an unplanned protest leader from Fort Dodge, Iowa. Thanks so much for being with us. Now, I said unplanned protest leader because you sent out that very deliberate message, but with very kind of limited reach. You had no idea that thousands of people were going to view it and actually heed your call within a matter of days. Tell us what happened.
I had 1,000 followers on TikTok at the time, which on that platform is really small potatoes. I had been watching other Black content creators on that platform talking about their frustration with the date and location. That's what it was always about for me. It wasn't about politics or personality. It was Tulsa, Oklahoma, the site of the Black Wall Street Massacre in 1921, and Juneteenth, which is Black Independence Day. So that's what it was always about for me. And I threw it out there to my 1,000 followers. Most of my best videos had maybe 200 views. The next morning I woke up and the thing had exploded. It had been seen hundreds of times, thousands of comments, shared hundreds of times, and I had no clue what was going on.
Let me just clarify though. I mean, was it against Trump or just the fact that this rally was scheduled on Juneteenth?
It was literally just the date and the location. That's all I was protesting.
Okay, so are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Okay. Because it turned out that people are kind of debating whether or not this was a prank sort of thing or an actual protest. How do you define it?
For me, it was a protest. I know it got, and for a lot of the young people that got involved that have reached out to me since, they saw it as a protest as well. Frankly, many of them are offended that it's being called a prank. But I think it's being called that because on TikTok, it was a lot of teenagers. And on Twitter, it was a lot of K-pop stans and teenagers who are in their teens and 20s. And I think it's the fact that they were dancing on the videos to sort of best the algorithm on TikTok that made people think it was a prank. But to a lot of the kids that participated, it was a protest.
Okay, Mary Jo, I really need you to explain something, though. I mean, tell us what we don't know about K-pop fans. You said that actually when they got involved, you knew it was something serious. Who are these K-pop fans, and what statement are they trying to make?
They're fans of K-pop music. Now, I know very little about K-pop music. I have friends that are fans. I know one group. That's it. Apparently, at some point in time, President Trump has stated that he hates K-pop music, and these fans are fiercely loyal. So they have taken over hashtags. They have destroyed there was a white Lives Matter hashtag that they just annihilated. So they'll just spam these hashtags. They're a force to be reckoned with on Twitter. They are an activism force that you don't want to be on the wrong side of because they have large followings. They know how to work the hashtag system on Twitter, and they will use it to their advantage.
It's really amazing. It's such a foreign concept to me. The whole. Yeah, just the power of social media and these groups that actually yield so many followers and can do something so powerful. So I want to ask you, I mean, what gave you this idea for kind of a no-show protest? And do you think it really worked? Was it the reason why only 6,000 people showed up at that venue for 19,000 plus the overflow crowd that was supposed to be filled up as well?
Right. I have a friend who does this kind of thing all the time. If there's a rally in her hometown for a candidate she doesn't like, she'll register under a fake name because it screws with their data. And do I think that we caused all of that? No. Do I think we were a factor? I think so. Because there was this million registration brag, and then you have COVID, you have Oklahoma is an open carry state, and there were people threatening to come armed to deal with protesters. The large numbers, that there had been a spike in cases of COVID over the weekend in Tulsa. So I think it was a lot of things. The recent racial tensions across the country, I think all of those things factored in, but I think we were a piece of the puzzle. Now, the interesting thing is someone has come out on Twitter since the rally who was a data expert and said, the data is probably so corrupted, their little data dump is probably so corrupted as to be unusable. And that was something I did not foresee. So that's a consequence I didn't even think about.
Right. And you know, something else that you really achieved here without having the initial intention of doing so was, you know, getting kids a voice, giving them a voice in politics suddenly when they haven't even reached voting age. They've actually been able to do
Right.
something, stand for something political that they believe in, even though they won't be able to go to the polls.
Right. I had parents contacting me on my TikTok account telling me that their kids invited friends over to watch the rally and they've never watched a rally before. They wanted to see if what they did had an impact. And then when they saw what happened, they threw a party, celebrated like it was an election night victory. And then they started planning their next move. They started looking for the next rallies that were coming and trying to figure out what they could do from there. So they feel mobilized, they feel energized and activated. And it's amazing to see. As a Gen Xer, I love watching teenagers and going, okay, we've got this. What are we going to do next? That it matters a lot because those that can't vote now can in the future. And if they're already invested and activated now, they're just going to be that much more so when they can vote.
So what are you going to do next?
I've actually been approached by Biden's digital coalition to use my social media platform for them. So that's probably my next move.
Okay, just give me an idea then. You went from how many followers and where are you at now that people are actually seeking your help, your social media presence to move their movements forward?
I went from 1,002 followers on the night I posted the video. I have 15,005 now, and that number keeps going up. Every time I get on the platform, I've got another few dozen follows to deal with. So.
And you're motivated to do something positive with it. Mary Jo Lao, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.